Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Molly G, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite stretches that help me achieve my front splits. Now, when I was about 18, I started taking pole dancing classes, and during the warm-up I realized that all of the girls were considerably more flexible than me. I mean, I was basically like a pizza slice, and their splits were super flat to the floor. So it took a lot of work and a lot of dedication to get my splits where they are today, but there's a few different exercises and a few different techniques that I use to help get my splits. Now today we're going to be going through a few different kinds of movements that will help you achieve your splits. We're going to be working on P and F stretching, dynamic stretching, and active and passive stretching. So without further ado, let's get into the video.
We'll begin with some dynamic leg swings. Dynamic stretching helps loosen up the muscles and tendons and joints so that you can access a greater range of motion. Swing your leg forward and back 10 times on each side. The next warm-up we'll be doing are these controlled articular joint rotations. These rotations help move the head of your femur around in your acetabulum or your hip socket and will help you access a greater range of motion in your deep hip muscles. Kick your leg back and then bring it out to the side into your chest and repeat the rotation 10 times on each side. Then reverse the rotation and repeat this for 10 repetitions on each side. The next warm-up we'll be performing are these dynamic glute kickbacks. These will help stretch out your hip flexor by engaging your glute and hip extension. Draw your knee into your chest and then kick your leg back using your glute to pull your leg up towards the sky. Repeat this 10 times on each side. Next, we'll be performing glute kickback pulses. Do 10 repetitions on each side and think about your heel going as high as possible. These down dog butt kicks are great if you have tight quads. Lift your heel up towards the ceiling, turn your hip out, and proceed to kick your butt 10 times. This is another form of dynamic stretching that I have found really helps loosen up my quads, which can be tight from weightlifting. Keep your leg straight and kick your leg up towards the ceiling, just like in the glute kickback, except now you're in a down dog. This will simulate the splits. Make sure that you keep your hips square to the floor and the pressure even through both hands. Repeat this 10 repetitions on each side. Next, we'll be going through a series of different lunges that will help stretch out the front of your hip or your hip flexor or psoas. Tuck your pelvis under and find a 90-degree angle with your front leg. Send your hips forward, then raise your arm up and side bend to the side where your leg is forward. Hold this for 3 to 5 breaths. Place both hands on your front knee, tuck your back toe under, and lift your back knee up off the floor. Make sure that you're squeezing your back quad and your back glute to straighten your leg and stabilizing your front leg by pushing through the heel of your front foot. Repeat this for 10 repetitions on each side. Once you have completed 10 repetitions, straighten your leg as much as you can and try to sink your hips deeper down towards the floor. Drop your back knee down, untuck your toe, place your outside hand on the inside of your front leg, and reach your outside hand towards the back toes. Grab your toes, pull your heel towards your butt, and sink your hips down to the floor. Hold this for 3 to 5 breaths. Place your back foot and place both hands on the inside of your front leg. You can walk down to your elbows if you want to find a deeper stretch. Allow the front leg to fall out to the side. You can even roll onto the outside edge of that foot. Rise back up onto your hands, tuck your back toe under, and point and flex your back toe to rock forward and back. Repeat this 10 times. Bounce your hip down towards the floor, staying high on the ball of your back toe. Also repeat this 10 times. Then hold your lunge in the deepest range of motion that you can achieve. Shift back into a downward facing dog and repeat the same series on the opposite side. Again, find a 90-degree angle with your front foot. Tuck your pelvis under. This will ensure that your hips stay square. Square hips mean that both of your hip points are facing in the same direction as your head. This will ensure that you get an even stretch throughout your hamstrings and your hip flexors and allow you to access a greater range of motion. Place both hands on your front leg, tuck your back toe under, and straighten the back leg. Repeat the knee taps that we did on the other side 10 times. Then straighten your back leg and allow your hips to sink down towards the floor, going into the deepest lunge that you can perform. Drop your back knee down, untuck your toe, place your hand on the inside of your foot, and reach for your back foot. Allow your hips to sink down towards the floor as you pull your heel into your butt. Make sure that your front knee stays at a 90-degree angle the entire time. Release your back foot and allow it to fall down towards the floor as you come down onto your elbows on the inside of your front leg. Hold this for 3 to 5 breaths. Rise back up onto your hands, tuck your back toe under and straighten your back leg. Shift forward and back on the ball of your back foot and repeat this 10 times. Then stay high on the ball of your back foot and allow your hips to bounce down towards the floor. Repeat this 10 times. For the next part, you will need a resistance band, a strap, or even an old t-shirt. We're going to be working on PNF stretching, otherwise known as proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. This is a type of stretching that basically tricks your nervous system into going into a greater range of motion. Start by clasping both hands around the back of your hamstring and bending and straightening your knee. Flex your foot as much as possible and make sure that your low back stays grounded. Repeat this 10 times. Hold your leg where it is by squeezing your core and your quadriceps together. Then you can place the band around the ball of your foot and pull your foot towards your face. Straighten out the leg that is on the floor and chill here for a second. Start to kick your foot into the band, almost like a hamstring curl, like you're trying to break the band in half. Count to 10 and then allow your foot to come a little bit further towards your face. We'll repeat this 3 times. Each time your foot will come just a little bit closer to your face. Don't worry if your legs start shaking, that is totally normal. Make sure that you're resisting the tension in the band as much as you can. Now it's time to stretch our IT bands. This stretch can get a little nervy, so make sure that you take it slow. Allow your foot to fall to the same side as your big toe. Hold this stretch for 3 to 5 breaths or 10 to 20 seconds. Then bring your foot towards your shoulder as much as you can. This is what your open splits will look like, and the PNF stretch is what your square splits will look like. Remove the band from your foot and repeat the same sequence on the other side. Clasp both hands around your leg and bend and straighten your knee 10 times. Hold your foot where it is using your quadricep muscle. As you can see, mine is shaking, and then place the band around the ball of your foot and straighten the grounded leg. Push your foot into the band as hard as you can, almost as if you were doing a hamstring curl. It's totally normal if your foot starts to shake here, and then pull your foot towards your face again. Repeat this 3 times, taking 5 to 10 second breaks in between each contraction. Then allow your foot to fall towards your opposite shoulder for our IT band stretch. It might feel a little bit nervy, so hold it for 3 to 5 breaths or 10 to 20 seconds. Then pull your foot to your opposite shoulder. This will stretch out your inner thigh, your hamstring, and your groin. Okay, now the moment you guys have all been waiting for. Let's actually attempt to do the splits. You'll start out in a lunge with 2 yoga blocks by your side on the highest setting. Rock forward and back between a lunge and a hamstring stretch. On your inhale, rock forward into a lunge. And then on your exhale, shift back into the half hamstring stretch. Keep your front foot flexed. Shift back into your half hamstring stretch, keeping your front foot flexed. Walk your yoga blocks to frame your front foot and flatten your back as much as you can. You can lower the yoga blocks to a lower setting if you feel comfortable. The most important part here is that your back stays super flat. So engage your core and use your low back to pull your hips back to stretch out your hamstrings. On every inhale, lengthen your spine, and every exhale, fold a bit deeper. Keep the yoga blocks by your side on their highest setting. Come into a lunge position and then slide your front leg forward until it's straight. Look at you, you're doing the splits. This is the first and easiest variation of the splits. To increase the difficulty, lower the setting on the blocks and slide your front foot forward again. If you feel like that's too easy, take one of the yoga blocks and place it under your front leg right where your hamstring attaches to your glute. If that's too easy, you can remove the yoga block altogether and keep your hands on the floor. Make sure that you're breathing and relaxing. Slowly fold forward over the front leg. Take deep breaths in and deep breaths out and try to chill out and relax. To come out of the stretch, rise back up onto your hands, place both hands on the inside of your front leg and swim your front leg back and around. Repeat the same thing on the other side. Start out in a lunge with the blocks on their highest setting. Shift forward and back between a lunge and a hamstring stretch. Give whatever side is your special side or your bad side a little bit of extra love. Make sure that you're stretching out your bad side just a little bit more than you stretch out your good side. Slide the yoga blocks forward so they frame your front foot. Keep your back flat. With every inhale, lengthen your spine, and every exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Place your yoga blocks on their highest setting, straighten your front leg, and slowly start to slide out into your splits. You can take any one of the 3 variations that I mentioned before. You can also raise your arms up over your head to intensify the stretch. Make sure that you're breathing and relaxing. This is a static stretch, so allow your body to melt and allow your hips to sink down towards the floor. I promise if you smile, it will help. Fold forward over your front leg, taking deep breaths in and deep breaths out. Allow your hips to just melt down towards the floor and relax as much as possible.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys liked it, don't forget to like it and give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit that bell notification button so that you can get notified anytime that I post a new video. I hope you guys learned some new stretches that will help you guys achieve your front splits. And I will see you guys in the next workout. Bye!